Hello, my name is Marielle. Welcome back to another one of my movie reviews. This week, we are going to be celebrating a birthday. That's right, it's Stephen King's birthday week. Stephen King is one of my favorite authors of all time. He's even inspired me to write stories. King has written some great novels over the years, which have been turned into some pretty good movie adaptations. The first movie that I will be reviewing for Stephen King Week is Gerald's Game. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel or to my Patreon. Let's start our talk about this film. Gerald's Game is a 2017 Netflix film based on Stephen King's novel. Going away for the weekend in hopes to have a romantic time together, everything takes a turn for the worst. Gerald suffers a heart attack. Handcuffed to the bed, Jessie is in the fight of her life for survival. Stephen King knows how to scare audiences. Gerald's Game is an uncomfortable, suspenseful, and disturbing film. Nonetheless, the film pulls audiences in, making you watch every nail-biting moment. Gerald's Game operates as a film to help a woman find closure to a traumatizing event from her childhood. Carla Gugino was challenged with a very difficult role. Jessie is in a nightmare. For most of the film, she's handcuffed to a bed. Gugino had to remain in a panicked state throughout most of its entirety, which I am sure was not easy. Everything from her expressive countenance detailing fragments of hidden emotions, anguish, and terror was gripping. Gugino explores Jessie's complicated headspace very well. Given the opportunity to play another version of herself, this being, or conscience, represents who she desires to be, but she is trapped in the mind of a child. I have mixed feelings for Gerald. I didn't like the way in which he spoke to Jessie, along with the sexual game he was imposing. Unfortunately, he has a heart attack and dies. Like Gugino, Bruce Greenwood goes through a similar acting challenge. Gerald learns of the event that affected Jessie, changing his judgment. I'm sure you will recognize Henry Thomas, who played the heroic Elliot in the film E.T. His role in Gerald's Game is anything but the beloved child who we grew up with. Playing a conniving father that forced his young daughter to keep a terrible secret, Thomas proves that he is a great actor. Other credits to include are Chiara Aurelia, Carol Struckian, Kate Siegel, Adeline Jones, Bryce Harper, and Gwendolyn Mulamba. Nobody had an easy role in Gerald's Game. Acting proved to be a challenge. I especially have to commend Aurelia for an outstanding performance as young Jessie. That role was not an easy one. Situations like these are something that you never want to get stuck in. Sound effects play a huge role. Sounds like cuffs rattling against a bedpost, footsteps, birds chirping, gnawing, and sounds that you don't even want to listen to are vocalized in the most horrendous way. Mike Flanagan has become one of my favorite directors of horror. He knows how to get into your mind. Flanagan mastered his camera techniques, sound effects, and his direction to all the actors. He brought to life a horrific story, along with a meaningful message that nobody should ever be silenced. Speak out. The final 10 minutes of the film falls on ending fatigue. It dragged out the film. Did there really need to be a concise conclusion? Gerald's Game is not a film for all audiences. The subject matter is triggering for anyone who has been in Jessie's situation. Take caution when watching this film. It is not an easy one to sit through. One scene is so unbearable that it's painful to watch. That being said, Gerald's Game is a well-acted film. Go find it on Netflix and experience this suspenseful film. Thanks for catching my review of Gerald's Game. As I said, take caution when watching it. If you are a horror film fan, I recommend it. What was the first Stephen King movie that you ever saw? Like, comment, subscribe to my channel or to my Patreon. More Stephen King reviews will be coming out this week. My name is Marielle. And this has been another one of my movie reviews.